In advance of the 143rd Annual Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show, which will be held Monday and Tuesday, February 11th and 12th, the club held a press conference to introduce 2 new breeds that will be competing this year, as well as 3 varieties and 2 sizes of Dachshunds to celebrate the 76 Dachshunds among the 2,800 dogs competing at the dog show.
Let's introduce our guest dogs. Dachshunds, dozens of Dachshunds, this is a tough one. Dozens of Dachshunds are descending on Manhattan for the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show this year. You will see 76 of them in 2 sizes and 3 varieties. The smooth, long-haired, and wire-haired Dachshund, all members of the Hound group. Dachshunds were bred to hunt badgers. They're low and long and well-suited for below-ground work. They're well-balanced, bold, and possess a keen hunting spirit, a good nose, a loud tongue, and a distinctive build. They've been among the most popular dogs in the city and the nation for decades. Who doesn't love a wiener dog? Dachshunds appeared at the first Westminster Dog Show in 1877 and have won the Hound Group 9 times, but have yet to capture Best in Show. Maybe this year is the year for the feisty Hound to be top dog. First, we have the smooth Dachshund. Each variety of this breed comes in 2 sizes, miniature, which is up to 11 pounds, and standard, which is from 16 to 32 pounds. The main difference in the varieties is the coat. Smooths are known for their short, smooth, and shining coat. They are the original coat variety. Next, we have the long-haired Dachshund. The sleek, glistening, often slightly wavy hair is longer under the neck, the forechest, the underside of the body, the ears, and behind the legs. This coat variety gives the dog an elegant appearance and was protective to colder temperatures when hunting. It appears we have a lot of red Dachshunds, but they come in many colors. Black and tan is also very popular. Red is the classic color. Finally, we have the wire-haired Dachshund. With its exception of jaw, eyebrows, and ears, the whole body is covered with a uniform, tight, rough outer coat with a fine, shorter undercoat distributed between its coarser hairs. Yes, this also comes in the standard size. Our standard today couldn't make it, but we think this miniature size is representing quite well. And now we'll have all the Dachshunds line up, get a group photo. Joining the Dachshunds this year are 2 debut breeds new to Westminster. The Grand Basset Griffon Vendéen and the Nederlandse Keukerhundje. Try saying that 3 times. Right. The Grand Basset Griffon Vendéen, who will be coming up next, was bred as a rabbit hunter in France. His name translates to the large, low, shaggy dog of Vendée. The GBGV possesses great stamina, speed, and courage. They're intelligent, friendly pack dogs that get along well with other dogs. They will join the Hound group and the Dachshunds on Monday night. This is Buzz Lightyear. He is 4 years old. Also debuting this year is the Nederlandse Keukerhundje. Oh wait, he wants to take the stage with him. Come on, Buzz. Thank you. A favorite of Dutch nobility, this breed originated hundreds of years ago in Europe as a duck hunter. Outdoors, this alert sporting dog is keen, swift, and attentive. He enjoys working and does so with a cheerful character. In the home, he is faithful, easygoing, and friendly. The breed will join the sporting group on Tuesday night. This is Bandit, a 2-year-old Quaker. Just stay there. Thank you. And now we'll line them up together so you can have both new breeds. And of course, when we say new breeds, we mean newly eligible to show at Westminster. These are actually breeds that have been around for quite some time.
We're at the 143rd Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show that started in 1877 and is the second longest continuously running sporting event behind the Kentucky Derby, which started in 1875. It predates the automobile, radio, television, and airplanes. Founded in the shadow of the Civil War, members felt that a dog show would bring New Yorkers together. Today, there are over 2,800 purebred dogs here, all vying for that Best in Show award. So now, let's take a walk around and meet some of the owners and breeders and some of these purebred pups. First off, we're here at the Westminster Dog Show. What type of dog is this?
This is an Irish Wolfhound.
And tell me about the dog.
His name is Legion.
Legion, that's a male?
Male, yes. He will be 4 years old next week. He is actually was one of the top dogs in the country last year. He was number 4 and 5 breed and all breed. Number 1 owner handled Irish Wolfhound in the country last year, and number 2 owner handled this year.
And tell me a little bit about what does he like?
He loves the attention. He literally thinks that all of you are here just because he showed up.
And tell me about the grooming.
There's not a ton. You have to keep them brushed out, otherwise they look a mess. Tidy up their head and their ears and their tuck up, but for the most part, there's not, too inclusive.
How much exercise does it entail?
I have multiple wolfhounds, so they spend a lot of their time chasing each other around the yard. Yeah.
Do you have a big yard? Or?
We do. We have about an acre fenced in for them.
Beautiful dog. And with children and family?
Wonderful with kids. Absolutely wonderful with kids.
Baby.
Hi. We've had them for about 17 years. I have a 10-year-old and a 5-year-old.
Oh, okay.
Good boy.
Good boy. Just a blah, blah, blah. Oh. And how's he doing in New York City?
He's doing great. Again, he gets tons of attention every time we leave the hotel, so he thinks that this is the best trip ever.
How'd you get him here? Did you fly or drove?
We drove. We came from northern Kentucky, so it was about a 10 or 11 hour drive.
Northern Kentucky, hey, the Kentucky Derby, that's the longest running sports event, the Kentucky Derby. Oh, all the way from Kentucky.
Yes.
Great. Well, thank you so much.
This is a Shetland Sheepdog.
A Shetland Sheepdog, and her or him or
Him.
him, and what's
Gunner.
his? Gunner. Hi,
Yeah.
Gunner. And tell us first off about the breed.
Well, I don't even know what to say really. It's a very friendly dog, family orientated, loves the children, great with children, I should say. Very outgoing, will herd just about anything. Kids, me. I don't know. That's really it. They're a great breed.
And tell me about the grooming.
Oh, there's a lot of grooming involved.
A lot of grooming, okay.
But if I sell a pet puppy to a pet home, I just ask everybody to sit in front of their TV once a week and give them a good grooming, and that's really it. And then that'll be good.
And how are they with children?
Very good with children. That was one of the reasons why I took this breed, because it's very good with children.
And does it need a lot of exercise? It looks like it might run quite a bit.
They do like to run, so they ran with the children and they did all that. But they do know when it's quiet time to sit on the couch and snuggle, because he's a big snuggler. He will do that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, beautiful dog there.
Thank you very much.
And how's
Gunner.
Gunner, how is Gunner adjusting to New York City?
Oh, he loves it. He's doing just fine. He is.
And is he experienced in the dog show world?
He is. He's just a little over a year and a half, but he's doing
Oh,
great.
a youngster, though.
He's a baby, but he's doing great.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, good luck there, Gunner.
Thank you.
Oh. We're with Louie, and Louie is a
Basset Hound.
Basset Hound. Now, tell me a little bit about the breed.
They're a French breed. They are a slow-working rabbit hunter. They go through the bush, their heads go down, the ends of the tail has to be white, so when they work the field, the tail goes up so the hunter can find them and follow them in the field.
And tell me a little bit about the standard. What will they be looking for?
Bassets are approximately twice as long as they are tall. They're about 13 inches tall, about 26 to 28 inches long. They have a nice level top line. The chest is described like a prow of a ship so that they can push through the undergrowth in the field. The ears hang low to flip up the scent of the rabbits that they're trailing. And they should have a strong head. Their nose is only second behind the bloodhound.
And tell me about grooming. Do they shed?
Yes, quite a bit. It's everywhere, and their skin is actually a little yeastier than most breeds of dogs, so frequent bathing. Because their ears fold in, they don't get air down in their ears, so constant ear cleaning.
Oh, really? Constant ear
Constant
cleaning?
ear cleaning. I try to do his ears every day, because and then when we're just hanging out, we flip them open so that they can actually get some air down in there. But in the field, they're nice and tight so that they don't get splashes of water up inside.
And how, as far as a family dog?
Oh, they love children. They're not the most obedient dogs in the world. They were bred to use their own mind working in a field, so they're not always willing to listen. They follow their nose and gets them into trouble sometimes, but they love children. They're a pack animal breed, so they're used to working in large groups, so they play well with other breeds. His companion for this road trip happens to be a 6-month-old miniature pinscher, and he loves her dearly. He's missing her today because she was not eligible to be here with him today, but he plays well with others.
And how far did you come?
I live 40 miles east of Cleveland in Ohio.
Ohio, Warren, near Youngstown.
I'm in Madison. And then Louie is from Catlettsburg, Kentucky.
Okay.
So Louie's been living with me since last June to do his show career. He ended up number 20 in the country last year for Basset Hounds. He's doing pretty good this year with lots of breed wins and a few group placements already this year. So we're hoping to keep him out for the rest of the year and see how he does.
Well, good luck there.
So.
We're here at the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show, and tell us, what type of dog is this?
This is a Belgian Malinois.
And tell me about the breed.
They're a breed that is known for their diversity. They can do anything from herding sheep to being the dog of choice now for the Navy SEALs and the Secret Service. This is the type of breed that took out Osama bin Laden, contrary to the movie using a German Shepherd. It was actually a Belgian Malinois named Cairo. This is a very versatile breed as far as that's concerned. He loves to do a lot of different things. He's done herding, he's done some rally, he's done the conformation ring. He's very successful. He's a silver grand champion.
And what's the difference between it? It looks like a German Shepherd a little bit. What's the difference?
They're smaller in size, generally speaking. The males will come out anywhere from 60 to 75 pounds. They are very agile. They can run as fast as a racehorse. They've been known to hit 35 miles an hour. They have good protective instincts, and they can just about do it all.
And how are they with children?
They're good with their children. They're good with their people. They are protective. You do have to socialize this breed. And you need to make sure that they have something to do. They're not a couch potato. He lives in the city with us, so he does live in an apartment, but he gets walked multiple times a day, and he does a couple of treadmill sessions a week to kind of burn off a little excess energy.
Well, good luck.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for interviewing us. This boy's name is Luciano.
Luciano. Luciano. Oh, I love you. I do. Oh, I love you.
Good job.
You live in Manhattan here?
Yeah, we live down in Union Square.
Oh, okay. Good doggy.
He's got a meatball sandwich he's looking at.
We're with Otter, and first off, what type of dog is this?
This is a Briard.
And tell me about the Briard.
So the Briard is a French herding dog, and they are basically a Hart wrapped in fur.
And tell me its function.
They actually were bred to herd sheep, but then they also are a good guard dog as well. And during World War I, they actually used them to help find fallen soldiers.
Oh, tell me about that story about World War I and fallen soldiers.
Well, they said that Briards are so sensitive, and this was a saying that I read, that if a soldier was, not doing well, and a Briard walked by him, that he knew he was a goner, because they're so sensitive to how people are that, when he walked by, he knew he wasn't worth saving, because he had to find somebody who was worth it. I mean, it sounds kind of morbid, but that's just trying to tell you how sensitive a Briard is to people.
No, its eyes seem to be covered a little. Tell me about that. Is there any reason?
That's a good question I've been asking myself. I think it actually is to kind of surprise the sheep when they can't tell which way they're looking or going, and so the sheep always have to be on guard to know what they're thinking and doing.
I've heard that if a burglar comes in and they can't see their eyes.
Yeah,
too.
I always joke around that dogs are looking at them and they can't tell which end they're looking at too.
And now, how old? What was
Otter?
Otter.
Yeah,
Otter?
he just turned 3.
He just turned 3.
Yep.
And has he done many shows?
He does. We live in Alaska, so we don't get to come out of state very
Alaska?
often. Yes. But we don't get to come out of state very often, but what we have done, he's done really well. He is the youngest male Briard in history right now in the United States to win a best in show at 20 months old. So he's done pretty good for himself.
I take it then you had to fly here.
Correct. Yeah.
How was the airlines? Was it all okay?
It's been interesting just because of the weather going on in Seattle right now. So trying to get in and out of Seattle has been a difficulty. So we've had to fly a little bit longer. We had to go out through LA to get back up here. So.
Okay, and but they. It's probably a little nerve-wracking, right, with the compression and everything?
It is, yeah, and the noise, especially we don't realize it because we're up in a pressured cabin with the sound and everything, but down and below, when the wheels come down, it gets pretty loud for them, and so you kind of worry about how that affects their hearing and stuff like that.
Good with children?
Excellent with children, yeah.
Oh, yeah, just
like with any herding dog, though, they need to be raised and trained to, to understand how come children move fast and stuff, and that's not something they need to herd.
Okay, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of grooming?
Yes. We weekly, about 3 hours every week. He gets baths every other week. And coming from Alaska, people think that, he would just love it up there. Yes, he does like the cold, but the snow is our enemy because it likes to glob onto him in big chunks, and it's dry. We have a very dry climate in Alaska, so it makes it harder on the coat as well.
This is Speed from Reno, California, and he is the winningest Dalmatian in the history of the breed. He's the first double platinum Dalmatian in the history of the breed.
And tell me a little bit about the Dalmatian.
Dalmatian originally was a coaching dog. It was used as a steering mechanism on the carriages. It used to run under the horses and alongside to direct them. Later on, when steering for the carriages became more efficient, they became guard dogs and they rode alongside on top of the carriages as kind of a protector.
Is it a nice family dog?
This is a wonderful family dog, and what a Dalmatian will do within a family, it will pick one person to bond to. And it will choose who it wants to be as its owner. Everybody will call it, but it will always run to the same person. Hi, Speed. Good boy. And Speed is 10 and a half years old.
10 and a half?
He's 10 and a half years old.
So he's been around a little while.
He has been around, and he loves every moment of showing.
And what's their lifespan?
Lifespan is roughly about 15, 16 years.
And they're always associated with the firemen.
Yep, firemen, because horse-drawn carriages and the fire coaches back in the early days. Originally an English breed, and just a wonderful companion dog now.
This is a golden retriever, and tell me his or her name.
Yes, his name is Aslin. He's just turned 4 years old, and he's competing for the second time at Westminster.
And tell me about the golden retriever.
The golden retriever is a sporting dog, and they retrieve birds for the sportsmen when they hunt in the field. And he is a companion dog as well. They're just wonderful family pets, and they're just the best dogs.
And tell me about the grooming.
Grooming is pretty easy on these dogs. For showing, he gets bathed and brushed out and blown out a lot, but normally just keeping them as a house pet, you just really have to keep them clean and brush them every once in a while and keep their feet and all clean.
Do they shed?
Yes, they shed. They do.
Oh dear. What a nice dog. Hey. Hello. How are you? What's his favorite thing? Food or?
No, his favorite thing is to run and play with the tennis ball.
Oh, he likes to play with the tennis ball?
Sure.
And he's
All retrievers love balls, and we'll come and bring them back to you, and they're just great family pets.
Thank you, and good luck there. Oh, you, Jaja. I love you. Thank you.
We're showing tomorrow at 8 o'clock.
Oh, okay. Show tomorrow. You think that's some food? Good doggy. Okay. We'll see you tomorrow. Such a nice dog. This is
Jerry Parlett from Pennsylvania, and this is Will. He's a toy Fox Terrier. He's a year old, and he actually today got a award of merit. So yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the breed.
Breed with the toy Fox Terrier. Great pets, not high energy like everybody thinks they are. They love to go and please their owners. Easy to train. As you can see, like standard-wise, their body's supposed to be at least 50% white, and at least their head have a color on them.
And over here?
Hi, my name is Ted Vita. I'm also from Pennsylvania, and this is Soros. He is a rat terrier. He's just 10 months old, so this is his first time to Westminster. And he's a rat terrier, so they're bred to rat. A little more energy than the toy Fox terriers, but they're standard. About this size is probably average size for the breed here. They have 21 different varieties in the coats. So there's a pretty big variety with them. So, yeah, just having a good time. For these guys, these are nice because they're sort of what they call wash and wear for dogs. So those are really nice. People kind of envy us. Give them a bath and throw them right in the ring. So yeah.
How are they as a family dog?
Great.
Very great. Great dogs. Yes, they're great with kids. They might be a little aloof to strangers, but that's just normal for the breed until they get to know you. But
Very loyal.
yes, very loyal dogs. And as far as the two together, amazing combination.
They're best friends.
Yes, they are.
This is a miniature Dachshund, and he's a wire-haired. There's 3 coats. There's smooth, wire, and long-haired. And he's a mini wire, and they come in 2 sizes, miniature and standard.
And is it him or her or what's?
It's a male. His name is Little Joe
Little Joe.
from the TV show Bonanza.
And tell me about Little Joe's disposition.
Well, he's a character. He's full of energy and just loves to play and be a clown for the most part.
They said there were like 76 Dachshunds here this year. Or
There
something.
were 27 wire-haired and 27 smooths, and I think 22 long-haireds.
And type of family dog? Nice.
Yeah, they're great for apartments, families. They're very loyal to their owners. They like to dig. They are bred to hunt badgers. They're from Germany, and they're just a lot of fun. They hunt also. They're big hunters.
They're big hunters.
Yep,
They look like they're fast.
they are. They're fast, and they're also, they're very sweet dogs. He's a little, he's young. He's only 2 years old, so he's a little out of control.
Well, how's he like? Where's he coming from?
We're from Florida, Fort Lauderdale area.
Okay.
Yep.
And how's he like New York City?
Oh, he loves it.
He loves it?
Yep. He's been up and down the streets, and everybody said hello to him.
Oh.
He's not shy at all. Are you?
Oh, well, thank you so
You're
much.
so welcome.
Hey there. Look at you. You like chewing, huh?
Oh yeah. He says this is my little rat.
We're at the Westminster Dog Show. And tell me what type of dog this is.
It's a Neapolitan Mastiff.
And tell me about the breed.
The breed's an ancient breed. It goes back to the days of the Romans. They were war dogs at that time. almost extinct in the 1940s during World War II, kind of brought back to life by the Italians, and they've gotten a little bit stronger. They're popular in the U.S. right now. A lot of people like the big look with the big wrinkles and stuff. They're friendly dogs per se once they're bonded with your family, and they've got to be socialized like crazy. But they're big goofballs. Our guys are all very well socialized and very friendly.
Do they shed or?
They do shed. We live in Florida, so we have a summer coat all year round. We don't really get much of a winter coat. When I used to live up north, they'd have a good shed season. It was you could comb out a small dog every couple days, it seemed like.
And how much does, did you say?
Stella's her name.
Stella. How much does Stella weigh?
She weighs in at 145 pounds. She's not done yet. She's just 2 years old, so she's got another year and a half or so to mature. She'll probably gain another 10, 15 pounds. They wore a spiked belt over the back of the dog so that when they would attack other armies, the Roman wars, they would actually go underneath horses and disembowel the horses by the dog running underneath. They were as well used in the Colosseums, the history of them fighting lions in the Colosseums, that kind of idea there, bears, lions, things along that line.
You said one came from Russia and one came from Poland?
That dog there came from Russia, actually, the blue girl, her name's Olivia, and this mahogany girl came from Hungary. Her name's Stella.
What is the standard? What will they be looking for?
They're looking for wrinkle around the eye, lip forming a V, muzzle to 2/3 skull. They'll have the lip will form 2 channels that flow down to the chest. They'll want the loose skin throughout the top of the body. It should almost sway back and forth as they run when they're moving around the ring. We want as straight a fronts as possible. We want good angulation in the rear, powerful drive. They're meant to walk like a lion and lumber like a bear. They don't run like a regular dog. So it's a little bit different of a breed for some judges to be able to judge, and it takes a special person to appreciate what they're looking at, because a lot of people would say there's everything wrong in the Neapolitan, but when you have the breed, you love it. It's a great dog.
And I'm Kristal Hart reporting from the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show. Hope you've enjoyed the show, and thanks for watching.